What's the goddamn deal? What's going on, y'all? This is boy Ace Boogie.
Hey, man, this your dude, Josh D.E. 2 N's. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, yo. Y'all tune in to Radioactive Podcast. And we got some special guests in the building today. Can y'all please introduce yourselves?
Yo, it's your girl, DJ Baby Blue Diamond.
And it's your boy D, a.k.a. Mr. Live at 5 himself.
And it's your fella.
And we are the
Where You Ask Podcast.
Bitch.
Hey, we can't get over it.
Okay, I like
Yeah, we
that.
can go ahead. We need to have a single. Okay, come on, let's go
You okay?
Hey,
And
it's
we up there, you're watching.
ready. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Radioactive Podcast.
I think we're the only podcast that does that.
I think so, yeah.
No,
I
that,
think
that's
so.
what's up, though.
They practice that shit. Somebody get it wrong. They talking about that shit in the car. Listen.
Why you messing
Nah,
up?
we not
real.
finna
Why you should be at practice?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's a 4-part harmony. 4-part harmony.
You late. You coming in 2 seconds late.
What's the deal, though?
What up, what up?
Chilling, man.
Chilling.
Working.
Yeah, y'all definitely working. There's a reason why y'all are here today. So tell us about why y'all here.
So this is our
Fourth.
third. Fourth?
Fourth?
This the fourth?
Fourth.
Mhm.
The first
Oh,
one was
I missed,
epic.
I missed one. The fourth, Where You Ask and Chill event that we got. It's a stage for sharing the platform for other podcasters, and we bring out like local, I guess you could say, artists, and it's really nothing in particular because we had spoken word before too, with what's the name?
Sacred Fantasy.
And then we usually invite vendors out. You know, we don't charge them; they come out, make their money. You know, just sharing a spot for everybody in the city. So
Didn't we win?
That was the game night.
That was the
That was
game
the
night.
game
That's
night,
different.
yeah.
The first,
We wasn't the
the
first
first
one.
one you were there. Well, you were there. You missed out. But
You don't got to set it on air.
No, he was there.
you missed out.
I was there.
No, not at
That's
he
at
was.
Epic.
at Epic.
The first one was at
No,
Epic.
he was
No,
not.
he missed out.
That's right.
Cause that's when you had the drunken cupcake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all missed the
Oh, yeah,
drunken
that cupcake.
cupcake.
Excuse me, sir. You don't agree to that. You just.
You weren't there. I couldn't say.
I was there the
But you
second
was at the
time,
second
though.
time. I guess it was the
It's
second
on
time.
YouTube. So
But you don't want to miss this one because, of course, we have the egg roll guy coming back.
Yeah.
I know you
Okay,
like.
I remember him.
He's coming,
he's
back,
coming back.
You know,
The first one we had though was a vegan egg roll.
vegan egg
Yeah.
rolls.
Oh,
too.
I didn't even
Well,
know
we have
that.
vegan
Yeah.
and regular too.
I don't know
We
vegan.
had
Nah, I
hard
thought
too.
they were just vegan.
So they were
Oh,
both.
the other ones was the cheesecake.
The cheesecake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm
when y'all
hungry
put this
too,
together, was the point of putting this together to just bring podcasters together and have like an epic podcasting show?
That was one point. Yeah, we want to network with other podcasters. But another thing is we want to get to the point where all the podcasters are on the stage and people just come and start asking us questions. So like one big live podcast.
I remember we
it's
took
supposed
that
to be-
picture of all the podcasters.
Right,
It was like,
right.
it was a bunch of us.
Exactly.
So that's
what
what
it's
we're trying to
dope.
get it to.
Yeah,
Right.
we want to make it
Ultimately.
mostly audience, people from the city, all over, just come out and just start conversation.
Okay. Well, did y'all see that Charlemagne did a podcast thing kind of like that in Atlanta. In Atlanta, he had 85 South show. He had
Are you taking y'all out there?
right, but he had all the podcasts. You know what I'm saying? It was. I mean, he had so many podcasts, and like I said, they had a whole event.
And it was on the stage.
I don't know how exactly how it went. They probably
Check
went
it
up there
out.
one at a time and just did their podcast thing, but they had a whole convention, like a whole
So the
little thing.
concept we got, I got it from the 85. The concept is from 85 South, so shout out to 85 South.
Yeah.
But the concept is like that, except they're comedians.
Mhm.
You know, we're a podcast, which I've seen a couple of other podcasters actually do this. You know, they get, I don't know if it's one podcast or two or whatever, but they all on the stage and it's just an audience. You know, so
Like a
she was
panel.
saying, yeah, like a panel.
That's
Kinda
what
like
I
a
was asked. So
panel.
it's gonna be like a panel.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
what I was
asking
trying to get at.
us
But instead of
questions.
just asking us questions, it's more like topics. Like,
Right. So
what do
we'll
y'all
have
think
a
about
topic. Yeah, we'll
whatever?
have a topic, but ultimately we want to
want
talk
them-
about what they want to talk about.
Right.
So that's why we have. If y'all have any topics, write them down on the cards, and we're gonna talk about what y'all. Because ultimately, that's what we're there for. We have our topics, even on the show, on our podcast. We have our topics that we got. But if you come on and you bring something you want to talk about, then we're gonna talk about what you want to talk
Exactly.
about. You know? So
And they do
therefore,
get
we
wild.
cover
Y'all
everything.
know the topics get crazy. So.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And
Yeah,
that-
that-
and
I think
ju-
the last topic that went crazy was the body count
Body
one.
count
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for
Yeah.
that one. I wish I
Yeah,
Yeah,
was.
he missed that one, but
and this one and like
That's the one that we
Yeah.
did that
About-
too.
yeah,
Is that
yeah.
what
When
we
you
talking
came
about?
on, you did. Yeah, we did that. And my thing is this too is, you know, there's a lot of we live in a society where, and some people that that grew up, you know, around our age and things like that, are starting to adapt to this soft mentality, this very Charmin like
Very.
energy, and it's like it. I don't really mesh well with that.
It's that cancel culture.
You know, it's
type.
that
Oh,
cancel
yeah.
culture, and I feel like
we almost got canceled a few
yeah,
times.
and
I
like
feel
and it be coming from people
'cause of
that
D.
ask the questions,
Right.
which is think about the name of the podcast. Well, you asked.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in how you words mean something and how you say them.
Right.
Well, you asked. You
Exactly.
asked to talk about this. You asked our opinion on this. We're going to give you our honest opinion.
So you can't get mad.
You can't get mad. And
mean,
if
you
get
can.
mad. You can.
get
You can do
mad,
what you want, but
'Cause,
you asked.
know, but you asked.
I mean,
And
do
we
you-
always give that disclaimer.
Do you
but people
feel
still get
as
upset.
podcasters and people that are on camera and do all this talking that we should learn how to bounce around certain subjects, or should we just be raw?
No,
It
be
depends
raw
on
and
your
well,
raw.
just like
podcast, though.
comedians. Do you expect comedians to bounce around certain subjects?
but they do.
I think it depends
Yeah.
on how you
Some
got your
too.
podcast
No.
set up. It depends on how you got your podcast set up.
Yeah.
Our podcast is set up to where we pride ourselves on being the realest we can be, the most honest we can be, and the most open we can be. And each one of us answer the question or topic to our opinion. You know what I'm saying? So hers might be different from mine, and his we might not even agree on everything we saying, which even makes it better because now you're getting 3 different points of views. If you got a podcast set up to where we want to be politically correct, we don't want to offend anybody. That's your setup. That's definitely not. our
But
setup.
speaking of offending,
But
I mean,
let
you
me
ain't
say
got
this.
us on the panel. How'd y'all go about choosing who's going to
So
be
this
on?
year,
this one-
this year we wanted to do an all-female cast because, no offense to y'all, we know y'all. A lot of people know who you are. A lot of people know if this mic can talk and all that. But a lot of the female podcasters are kind of new to the game. We don't really know them, and plus, we know females gotta whip us.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't know. I
so-
only know. Give me a few female podcasts.
So we have
know
Get Your
Lele
Big Girl
Marie.
Draws On.
Yeah, I
It's a
know.
comedy
Lele.
podcast,
Yeah, I know
Lele.
her.
We have Let's
Voices.
Get Chatty. I met them at the 100 Black Men event that they had.
Voices
Voices of V.
Voice of V,
The whole
and then the whole
story.
story.
So let me ask this, because now are you gonna be? I know you said an all female. Are you just gonna be the only one there? Because to me, this is with this.
No,
be-
we all 3 gonna
No,
be
we
there.
all-
So
we
the
just-
way it's set up this year
like how
is
y'all was
different.
there.
So like it says represent your clique or who you with. What's
Right,
this?
right.
Yeah, who you with. So
Who you with.
the main thing come out with your podcast shirt. We're kind of gonna do like a semi-team/game. So just come out. It's very different. It's not like the typical sit down like we always have. Kind of I don't say boring, but a little more sit down. This is more up. More active.
The
It's
one-
gonna be-
The other ones are more intimate.
Yeah,
More
this one's gonna be
intimate.
more
This is
interactive.
little
different.
more,
Yeah.
little
This
more
is not
formal
dress
than
up, dress down.
yeah,
Come in
yeah.
your podcast shirt. Represent who you with. You
Yeah,
know, it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be more
Right.
different.
Yeah, this is very informal.
Now,
Very
will the
informal.
questions
from the
be
other ones.
geared more towards like a women conversation?
Well,
Women
you know,
in
each
conversation?
podcast get to pick their own questions, so if that's what they want, they can. We're gonna come with our questions. It's not gonna be just geared towards the women. It's gonna be geared towards everybody to answer. You know, non-biased.
And our topics is,
But
I want usually our topics is we want to pick the topic that's gonna get the conversation going.
Yeah.
So we don't. I mean, I think what would y'all
Well,
say
like
a
the
topic,
one
is
topic-
that y'all think we
The
can
man
get
versus
over?
woman
See,
topic.
no, see, they be
No,
talking-
no.
we did
That's
that
what
one.
he be
We
on
did
all
that
the
one with
time.
the transgender.
I'm saying, like,
That's
one
what
that-
bring
sports.
conflict between
Remember
black
we
men and
had
black
that-
women.
That doesn't.
That's his thing.
He always thinks it's conflict. It's not conflict. It's
No, but
understanding.
I
you
think
know
that
what I'm saying?
conversation
This is his thing.
What was your topic?
It'll be
Huh?
something.
You know
Listen,
what I'm
before he tell her, before he even answer, it's gonna be something geared around
No,
black
he-
men
he-
versus black women.
He says that's he says that's not good. It's controversial.
It's not controversial. That's
causing-
just-
it's causing an issue between man and woman. But I
It's
feel
not.
like no, it's not. It's things that we don't talk about that I feel that we should.
Yeah,
No,
it
I
is.
don't
A
think
lot
that
of
it's
them
things that
is.
we don't talk about. I think that people, regardless who it is, it could be Calvin, AC, Jonathan, Samantha.
Like the
I think that
Passport
people
Bros.
go for like a shock factor on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then they
That's
sit
the
there and
shock
say,
factor.
"Hey, when the last time you got loved by a black man?" Like, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
then
see, I
you
think
get
it's
what I'm
certain-
saying? I seen bitches on there say never.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'll kick you out the window. Shut the fuck up. But do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
shit. So it's
I
just
think
like,
so.
I wouldn't.
And to be honest with you, I feel like it's kind of a tired conversation. To me.
That's what I was about to say. Some of the topics is like
it's literally it's just that topic is under in the same bucket of a bunch of other topics.
like the 50-50. Like I think we
like the
talked
50
about
50
that.
like come on, like
enough.
we
either you
beat
with it or
that
you
dead we beat that with that dead horse enough. That's like that's my personal
I agree.
opinion on it because there's other things that can be
I agree.
discussed that
Exactly.
can be that are of substance
And it still causes a conversation.
and
like
still
fuck
cause
that.
conflict.
Productive.
Productive,
Productive.
Forward moving.
and thought provoking.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Like love language. We was talking about that on our podcast.
That's
Right.
What's-
important.
do have you ever asked your partner what their love language is? Right.
Their
A
love
lot of
language
us.
is not an actual love
a lot-
language, but that's
They made up their own.
They
They
made up
But
remixed
no, I
it.
said my love language is head. I think that's better love language.
Knowledge.
it's,
But
say
but
head.
like
Head.
but like if you sit down, a lot of the relationship issues come. What the I think the root of all the topics is none of these relationships have communication in them. That's why everything is a shock value. So that's why when you talk about the 50-50, nobody like in a relationship, it's automatically this is how it's supposed to be. But then you're like, okay, we live in a reality, so we gotta adjust.
Yeah.
You know, and then have you ever? When have you last time you been loved by a black man? Like never. Like you like stop it. Like you know, it's certain conversations I think we can get rid of. But then I think it's a lot of them that we probably haven't even touched yet. Like,
Yeah,
Exactly.
and that's what
I-
I'm saying.
exactly.
Because
I agree with him.
Those types of topics are stumbling blocks.
Right, yeah.
They're repetitive, continual stumbling blocks. We can't get to the next thing because we still trying to get the pebbles out of the soles of the shoes of that conversation.
like you can ask your partner, what's your love language? But have you asked your kid? Have you said ask your
My
kid?
son will
what-
look at me like
What does that even
Xbox VC, nigga. I don't know.
But see, like as parents, a lot of us that grew up without that positive that role model, we automatically assume I'm gonna give my kid everything I didn't have. But your kid might not want what you didn't have. They might want something totally different, like sports. A lot of parents force their kids into
Yep.
sports, but your kid might not like sport. My son don't care less about basketball. He care less about it. He's into editing, drums, music and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. Find out that stuff about your kid versus saying, well, I play football and your uncle played football and your great. It's a tradition. You know, that kid gonna end up getting hurt trying to prove himself to you or whatever, however it's gonna go. Now you got the little girls playing football with the boys. I think that's crazy.
You do?
I think that's crazy.
You know what? When I played football for Apache, like when I was younger, there was females.
Oh
on
yeah,
the team.
Apaches are. Yeah.
Not on our. There was honestly there wasn't females
for flag,
on our
right?
team.
No,
fuck
Apaches
no.
is
This was
contact.
full. Nigga, Apache's full-fledged contact
You
sport. But we played on teams where female niggas had female
At a
running
certain
back.
age, it's cool.
Some females was nigga safety. Like
At a certain
this
age,
nigga
it's cool.
safety. Oh,
If we had a girl at our middle school. Her name was Rosa, a Mexican chick. She was
and it
husky,
was mostly Mexican. I
but
ain't
she
gonna lie,
played
a lot of them were
football.
Mexican.
But in high school, she played football. That's like I think people don't realize that sometimes you can make somebody like if we playing basketball and you put a girl on me, I'm offended. So now I'm a dogger because you disrespecting me. If you put a girl on a football field, you're ultimately saying she can hang with you. So what you think gonna happen?
Everybody.
It's in our nature as men
Yeah.
to be competitive. If I've had that done to me before too.
Right.
You playing basketball, street ball or whatever. He's like, hey, say you get D, and I'm like, are y'all putting her on me? ISO.
But I think that and this is just me. I don't put nothing past her just because she got a vagina. I don't just automatically think a nigga just stronger than her.
No. It's not. It's just most men are just naturally stronger than women. It's
I think that
it's a
That's
sign.
why we had
behind
that conversation
Yeah, I
with
think-
the transgender. Should they play certain
I think
sports or not?
I think it goes with I sound like
Yeah,
what's
that's
that nigga
crazy,
name?
too.
Homie Marco. I think it's like really a mentality thing. Like it's really like. Do I think on certain aspects that men put more towards certain things to become stronger than a woman? Yeah, but you can't tell me if this woman put just as much energy into,
She's not.
I want to
It's
lift weights.
she's
Scientifically,
Just as
though,
strong
it's
too.
impossible,
That's just what I
though.
think. Now, again, I do
Like
believe-
imagine LeBron playing in the WNBA. How you think that'll go?
It's over.
Okay, to be fair,
What's the UFC chick? It was a chick I just seen. She's a transgender, and she
Fallon
cracked,
Fox.
She cracked the chick's skull.
yeah, and the chick she did that to was a dude that I know through the community in Missouri. That's his sister.
Again, I'm not saying I just find it hard to believe that, and again, it could I could be naive.
It
But
depends
like,
on
That's
what
the
too.
female's just that goddamn weak. Like,
Also,
nah,
I don't think
that's
it
just
depends
what.
on the
That's
sport.
just
I
what.
think females are
But you
strong
use the analogy
with other females.
But you know,
That's
but
what
you
I
use
Then
the
we got-
analogy of like LeBron and the
Other
WNBA.
female.
Like there's not a female LeBron James.
But
So, like, so that- like, to
LeBron
try
was
to match
say,
that up
if
is not
LeBron
gonna-
was to say, since we looking at transgender as equal,
Or like an
if he
identifying
was
as a
to be,
female.
I identify as a female. I think Trump said that. He said,
That's what he
if-
would do. That's
if
what
I
he
was
would
the
do.
owner of a basketball team, I would talk to LeBron and be like, "Hey, man, look, you know, we can run it up over here." But imagine that though. Any man in the NBA at this point, put him in a WNBA,
No,
he gonna
I-
dominate. The last dude on the bench is better than any dude that you know walking around here.
I
But
think just meant like with me, I do agree that like women. If I really think about it, men are 100% stronger than women. I guess it's just me being biased towards myself and like, I got to be a woman out there that can hang with a nigga. Like,
it's
just-
probably it. Yeah, I
just
feel it
because
is.
I ain't
Yeah.
saying all
plenty
females.
of them.
Plenty of them.
Like, you get what I'm
But
saying?
the
We-
odds of-
I'm just talking about professionally though.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like
Right,
I
right,
say,
right. Not as
when you
high.
get to middle school and high school, boys are starting to be coming to their manhood. Testosterone is at an ultimate high.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a competitive. If you have if they find out that your running back is a woman, they're coming after her.
Yeah.
Because you disrespecting them, thinking
right.
this. And they not looking at it as a
Finna
sexist
rock.
thing. They're not looking at it as a sexist thing. They
Her
looking at
boyfriend
just
probably in the crowd. Go back. Oh,
with a
shit.
sign, with a sign and everything.
He a
Rock
cheerleader.
this shit.
Nah,
You know
Yeah,
what?
that's what I'm
And Like I
saying.
said, I 100 like I agree. I guess it's just having a hard time accepting it. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Like
damn
so,
it.
you
You
mean
gonna
as
get your
far
ass
as
fucked up.
strength or like?
Is
Is
it
that what
true?
you're saying?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you go. Like, if me and her play any type of sport, like I'm probably because you just mentioned like, nigga, this is a woman.
Right,
Like,
right.
But have a hard time accepting it. Like, damn, you telling me
Okay,
that you
but-
can't do that too? Like, you get what
Oh.
I'm saying?
Oh, I
Like,
see what you're saying. Yeah.
you two can't. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's just having a
So
hard
you
time
saying
accepting.
a woman can do anything a man can do?
But it's having a hard time accepting, like, if I was to try, like me, I could probably, like, I'm skinny and all, but as a man, I could probably pick this couch up and take it. But if you ask, not saying she's weak, if you ask Mazella, hey, take this couch to the dumpster, we probably gonna have to help her.
Right,
You
right,
gotta-
right.
And she probably
I'ma
weigh
need
more
help.
than me.
I'm gonna need help.
Like, did you get what I'm saying? So it's like me having a hard time accepting, like, nigga, this woman that weigh, I'm 150, 155. Like, do you get what I'm saying? This
Right,
woman that
right.
weigh 230, nigga, she need help. Like, but it's true because I know we have more, but
Bone
it's just
density
accepting
and
it. Like,
everything.
Yeah.
It's a science behind it.
like,
It's
yeah,
not-
gotta be
we're
some
not being
type of
sexist.
science, there's
No, we're
something
not.
behind
We're not
it.
being
Don't
sexist,
come
and we
for-
just
don't
you know,
cancel
Being
us.
sexist, just
No, don't
saying.
cancel
Let me read
them.
the comments. Let me read the comments.
Don't
We ain't hit
cancel
the
them.
Don't
comments.
cancel them.
Me
Cancel
either.
D. D's always getting
Man,
canceled.
you can't cancel me,
Let me
man.
hit these comments
at
real
the same
quick.
time, it's all in like the work you put into your craft if you're an athlete, right? So
Right,
like
right.
take for instance, if like so take Kayla Harrison, right? She fights for the PFL at 155 pounds. She was an Olympic. I think she was an Olympic judo, or Olympic wrestler, or Olympic judo, gold medalist, something like that. American. If you look at her, and then look at an average size 155-pound dude that's not working out, she gonna manhandle that dude. Right? Same as if LeBron James decides, because there's plenty of 6'9" chicks in the WNBA.
Yeah,
There's plenly of them. They growing trees in the WNBA.
What's the girl they just Brittany?
No.
Brittany Griner,
No.
She's like
Yeah, Brittany Griner.
Yeah,
She's like
Brittany
7
Griner.
feet.
Yeah.
And then the chick from Australia that just she like 6'11", 7'1", something like that.
Hold on, let me get these comments real quick. Hold on, before they get too deep. All right, shout out to my nigga Joey Bags.
Shout out to Black
Mexico.
Mexico.
Johnny Bags, my fault, Johnny, but Joey Bags. It was my nigga Johnny Bags. Start watching as well. My nigga Johnny say shout out Eastside. What's good, Aubrey? What up? Mickey Sweet say happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Mickey.
You know what I'm saying?
Was good.
Shout out to my dude Black Mexico. He watching. He say what's
Shout out
good,
to
my
Black
people.
Mexico.
What I'm talking about. Let's go.
So
All right.
I want to ask y'all a question. I seen a video the other day, and the man was leaving his woman because her son was bad.
I didn't. I seen the title. I didn't watch the
Okay, well
video.
the son was just the son
So it
was
wasn't his-
bad.
it wasn't his son.
He was sticking the finger at him.
I ain't peeped up.
He was sticking the finger at him, just bad. And the woman was like, "Why? So you just gonna leave me because of my son?" And he's like, "Yes, I'm gonna leave you." Is that a good enough reason to leave your woman? Say the relationship's going good, but she got a badass child.
It depends on if you're allowed to correct that child.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was
Depends
gonna
on
say.
how long y'all
say you
been
can.
together.
Say you can correct the
you can't-
child.
No, if
you
I
can.
if
The
I
child's
if
still
I could
bad.
correct the child, I'll attempt that. But
Yeah.
to
What
a
if the
certain
child is
extent,
still bad?
that
But
could
the
be a
woman
deal
is
breaker
great.
though.
But
That could be a
I
deal
would
breaker.
it'll depend on if she's putting effort. You get what I'm saying? And if I'm
Oh,
allowed
yeah.
to just like if this child is bad, but I
You
see
about to
that
say
she's
this
putting
little-
I'm about to I'm about to cuff the little nigga out, right? This little bitch ass.
That was a good catch, man. That was a good catch.
Not the little nigga.
But let's say my son is bad, right? And then I find someone other than my son's mother, and my son is treating that woman not great. Not only do I allow her to get on his ass, but I also get on his ass, and I'm showing
That's what
effort.
I'm saying. Why didn't the mom try to correct that
Yeah,
behavior?
I believe that she shouldn't leave. But then again,
yeah,
it also
she
depend on
shouldn't
that man, because it's like he don't got to put up with this shit. It's like,
Nah, he
you
don't.
got to think about his feelings too. Like,
Yeah.
What would y'all done in this?
I'll
in
punch
that
a nigga in his face. He's like just doing this. This is a kid. I
This
can't just
kid
beat
is
him up.
like 8 years old.
If he at a certain point, no, it's like Aubrey said. At a certain point, the dude is not obligated to do that. Yeah, I mess with you. You cool. I'm trying to make it work with what you got, and that can be for me. That would be a deal breaker. If I can't get it through it, because whoopings don't always solve. If I can't talk to you, shooting a finger already. So obviously, like, you need more than
I'm definitely about to
Yeah.
be kissing your ass forever. I did that when I first met your mama.
yeah.
Kissing
Right.
your ass, letting you stick the finger at me,
Right, yeah,
letting
playing.
you talk to me crazy.
Yeah.
Because I like
Now,
her.
do you think if the shoe was on the other foot, they would expect the woman to stay?
No,
I wouldn't.
Because listen,
She
if
sure
my
ain't
son,
staying probably.
if my son disrespect, if I go get another one, my son disrespect, I'm getting on his ass. First off, like it's not even going, and I'm gonna do it in front of this woman, and
Right,
in
right.
front of him.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna ever embarrass
But does
my
that
child,
help?
but I'm gonna do it.
But what does that mean, though?
But what I'm saying,
what do you mean
it
with
helps
that?
her.
Like discipline.
It helps. Yeah, I'm gonna discipline because it helps her to know.
No, I'm
What
asking-
about when you're not there?
That's what I'm doing in front of her.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The point is,
It
the
does
days-
matter.
It do matter.
But if she's not doing
Yeah,
it,
right.
Yeah.
do you think
What-
things
what-
gonna
what-
change?
what- what-
that
what you
matters.
say don't matter?
It don't matter.
On
if-
which
if
end?
when
On
you-
which
when you-
end?
Oh,
If-
what
if-
you talking about?
All I'm saying is you did all that, right?
Discipline.
You go to work. I'm watching your child.
Uh-huh.
Your child is still disrespectful, even though you don't got on your child ass in front
But
of
it's-
me.
But I don't let you
did
know.
all
You
that.
get on his ass too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but look, at that point, Lambo doing that in front of her is showing,
Her.
hey, we are on the same
We
team.
disrespect. Yes, that's what I'm
But
saying.
I want to
about
know
leaving.
how
But
should
she
she
can only
feel?
take
Can
so
she
much.
still leave or she shouldn't leave?
I mean,
because
she
Nah,
leaves
she
alone, but
can.
she initiative
That's at
that
her
I'm taking.
discretion.
Yeah, that's on
But
her.
Yeah.
I guarantee you,
She gonna
had
stay.
that man,
So you stay if that happens.
if that man had put up that united front and
would've
led
handled
that
Yeah.
and made her feel secure in her position in the relationship,
They could have got it.
They probably could have got through that.
So they
Yeah.
could have jumped the kid.
But 9 times out of 10,
They could've jumped
but 9 times out of 10,
What happened?
that's
She-
not happening for a few reasons.
She taking up for her son. Don't talk to my son like that.
Exactly.
Don't
and
do
then,
him like
and then
that.
baby daddy got to deal with that.
But get-
but
but guess
that's
what?
a whole nother.
But guess what? Let me
And
tell
then
you
they
what
blaming
happened
it.
also.
Oh, he just get it from his daddy.
No,
That's
let me
his
tell you what
daddy's
happened
side.
as well. When they get exactly that on some, don't talk to my son like that when they get too rough, whatever, right? But then on the flip side, when they get too hectic for the mama, then she go right back to the stepdaddy or right back to the nigga that she dealing with so he can handle the nigga. So a nigga be put in like a little juggling act. It's
Yeah,
like
going back
when
and forth
when it's
between
feasible
mom and
for
dad.
you, like if he talking back to you, you gonna ask me to correct him and it's cool. If he talking back to me and I correct his ass, don't talk to your son like
Right?
that.
Yeah.
How long does it take?
Not saying that's what's happening.
How
just
long?
saying
How
That's
long
probably
in
what's
the
that's usually happening.
how long in the relationship? How long does the relationship have to be before that's allowed? You know what I'm saying?
Immediately.
Correction.
Immediately.
Like you can get on my child ass.
Once
What
y'all,
is not-
once y'all take it to that level,
You gotta
Level-
establish.
What does that
a date.
level
You gotta
mean?
establish
like,
a
what,
date.
like
Once you let me meet your son,
when
that
I meet
shit-
your kid.
yeah, like
the
when-
moment you let me
Yeah.
meet your kids, nigga.
Now you can get on my child ass because I introduced you to
Yeah.
my child.
Well,
now your
I
child
would
can just
What the daddy
disrespect
at?
me, nigga.
What the
Well, I
daddy
would
at?
hope you're not introducing your child the first date.
Well,
It
I'm
don't
talking
matter
about this.
if
I'm
it's
talking
the
about
first date, nigga. You gonna
If it's the first date and your son from then on, whenever I'm dealing with you, I'm on his ass.
on his ass.
Where's the daddy?
Yeah.
If you can't send him to his daddy, I'm gonna be on his
and if
ass.
I can't talk to his daddy,
Right.
I have a conversation with his daddy. Hey, you know I'm gonna be around such and such.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Your son is a dick.
I wouldn't even say. I
Your
would,
son is
right. I holler at him like a man.
We gotta
Listen,
fix this.
I
Yeah.
holler at him like a man. Hey, look, I was a child once. I done did it. But hey, man, if you could just holler at him, let him know such and such, because I don't want to whoop his ass, and if it do, me and you gonna cause conflict.
Right, yeah,
You-
just-
holler at your son a little bit.
Because even if the man is not in there, he don't want to be like, this nigga's whooping my kid.
Nigga,
Like,
you feel what I'm saying? You gotta have
No,
something.
ultimately-
But again, if
if it's a daughter, I'm leaving. I'm not. I'm
oh
not
yeah, if
leaving.
it's a little
If
girl,
I'm
I can't
leaving.
say I'm leaving, but if it's a little girl, it just makes it so much.
I can't whoop
difficult.
another
Okay.
man's daughter
Because
Okay,
that's
I
a
can't
little
whoop another-
girl.
Oh,
It's
check this
like-
out. Check this out.
I'm gonna call her a bitch so bad.
So
You
wait,
little
wait.
bitch.
So say you and the woman, man, whatever, they've been in a relationship for a while, and it gets to the point where you, like I say, you can start disciplining, you can start whooping and everything, right? Should the other parent talk to the other parent saying, hey, so and so is going to start whooping the child? Should that be a conversation?
It should.
If the father is
I don't
kind of
know.
involved,
Oh yeah. no.
yeah. If that nigga is not existent, is non-existent.
Yeah.
He shouldn't even care. You
But
ain't
if he's
doing
in the
nothing
life,
at this
but
point.
if he's in their life, it should be a
Yeah.
conversation.
It should be a
But you know, on
conversation.
three.
Like Aubrey said, I would
Okay.
have a conversation with him. Hey, look, men, whatever is we in and we got a little thing going on, but the issue
Mrs.
is
Jones,
that your
Mrs.
son is, he
Acting
has
up.
some behavior problems. I'm trying to see how me and you can effectively
Communicate and
Exactly.
figure this
handle
out.
this
Yeah.
situation because it's ultimately putting stress on her and our
Well, yeah, I
relationship.
understand.
It
You
goes
just want
back
the
to
two men.
After you
But I'm talking about
communicate
the
that, if he
opposite
don't do
parent.
Yeah,
nothing,
it goes back
then
to communication.
you
So
treat
you
him
think-
like your
Communicate.
kid. You know,
So
whatever.
you think when it comes to the whoopings,
Whoopings
you
ain't
should
always
talk,
the
you should
answer,
talk
though.
to the other parent and say, hey, so and so is going to start whooping our child.
If it has to
Our
lead to that,
child.
yes.
So and so is going to start whooping our child.
Yeah.
You can
You
say
okay
discipline.
with that? You
But
cool?
Discipline. Just say
but that's
discipline.
if. But
Yeah.
that's last resort to where I shouldn't even have to have that. If I have to have a conversation with somebody else about me whooping a child, you should already see the level that it's already.
Well,
been.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not,
Like,
I'm
we
not
already
saying
know
much
The
you
either.
other person, yeah, your significant other should know that
Like, damn, why
your
we
child
getting,
is
you know
bad.
what
Or
I'm
your
saying?
ex-significant
Yeah, like this
other should
motherfucker
know.
bad as hell. But at the same time, that's why I do it in front of them. You get what
Right.
I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but y'all missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying, okay, so for instance, it's mom and mom's child and then, new boyfriend.
Correct.
I'm saying, should mom talk
Baby
to
mama,
actual
to the baby daddy.
baby daddy
Yeah.
and say,
Correct.
new
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Yeah, I think he
And
should
the
say that.
boyfriend too.
But Aubrey
Yeah.
is saying that if it gets to the
He
point,
said the
that
same
you-
thing.
Yeah, Aubrey said if it gets to the point that you have to talk to the baby daddy about your significant other
Yeah,
getting a whooping,
yeah.
that you should already know that your child is bad.
Right. Like
should
we
know
already
that.
at that level. Like that.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Badass child.
And to be honest with you, an involved parent on the outside of that
Right.
situation, especially if it's a man, if they carry themselves with any sort of respect, they're gonna more than likely initiate that conversation anyway. Tell the baby mama, hey, I want to holler at dude,
Right.
and then they have that conversation. They lay it all out that first conversation because this is not gonna be a repeat.
Mm-mm.
It's
Yeah.
not gonna be
I've been
repeat.
there.
It's not gonna be repeat dialogue. This is for me. This is all hypothetical because I don't plan on being in that situation.
Now, what
I'm just
if
saying-
what if that parent says, "Nah, that's not cool"? Should it? Now, mind you, in this scenario I'm giving y'all, one they live in 2 different states, right?
It's ultimately
And
who's the
parent
caretaker
so main parent's
is the mom. Well,
You know
then
what
she
I'm
got
saying?
the last say so after that point.
Does she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the
the
one that got
primary
she's the
caregiver.
primary
Yeah.
care.
But that's not his child to put his hands on.
I feel like this. Let me say this.
And then if he's in another state, what's he gonna do? How's he gonna help discipline that child if he's in another state?
But I go back to what Travis said. I feel like if we got respect for each other,
You have that
Exactly.
conversation.
you get what I'm. Not even that. It's more on. Hey, you know that I'm uncomfortable with someone else disciplining my child, right? Then it goes on me and that woman. Well, you need to get a hold of this little boy because he over here disrespecting
We need to
this
see
man,
what we can do.
and
What's the
what
middle
can we
ground?
do?
Exactly.
I think
You
that's
get
too
what I'm
much.
saying?
I honestly think
But it depends
that if
on-
I have to call the daddy
So
every
you
time,
wouldn't have that
No,
conversation?
no,
Too
no.
much.
It's
No,
not.
no, no,
It's
no, no,
one
no,
conversation.
One time.
I'm talking one time.
Now, would you have that
That's the
you
same.
saying
conversation?
the
One
child's gonna be
conversation.
bad one time?
No.
No,
Would
I'm
you have
having a
that
conversation
conversation?
one time so you know for the future, nigga.
Yeah. Like
Now, would you have that
But I'm
conversation?
saying if the parent, if he said no, I don't want you putting your hands on my child.
Okay, then that's something that y'all got to work
Yeah,
out.
we're gonna have to talk
But
about that.
Then that's something that y'all got to sit back and figure out. Okay,
Is that though?
What's,
Well,
what's
you have
it
to work
is.
out.
Now,
It
would you
work
have
out.
that conversation?
It is, bro. There's a
If
lot
I
to
say
Because
work
no,
out.
that
if you
means
have
no.
kids, and if you dating someone, would y'all have that conversation
No,
if your
here-
kids was bad?
So your kid's bad, and you gonna just let them disrespect this man? Let me tell you what's gonna happen.
Your kids ain't got necessarily
Your
bad.
kids
They
gonna-
be doing things that kids do.
No.
That's kind of
No, shooting a finger.
Nah,
ain't.
shooting fingers.
Oh yeah, that's bad. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about just doing things that the kids do.
It's
That,
a
you know,
difference
he's
you
doing
get a whooping.
frustration.
You get a
It's
whooping
difference
for it.
between
If he's-
frustrations and bad. I don't whoop my son for no.
Okay, let's take away the
frustration.
bad part. It's just doing things that kids
If he's
do.
doing
My
things
son
that
don't get
kids
whooped
do,
for
the
nothing that kids do.
conversation don't even need to be had
Yeah,
because he's
why
doing
you
things that
talking to
kids
you
do.
and then
petty?
normally kids
When it
act-
comes to like,
No.
oh, this nigga at school
And if the
setting the
kids-
trash cans on
yeah.
fire and shit.
Cussing out his
But
mama.
That's not shit that
that's
kids
something little
do.
boys can, not
Nah.
necessarily. Let's not say.
Now, at
but
that-
there's certain things that little boys do in class, like maybe hit the girl on the butt. I know that's what we used to do when we was younger. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
You
mean,
get in
that's
trouble for-
different.
That's grounds
a
to get a
man-
whooping
but
for.
that don't
That's
cause-
grounds to get a whooping
But
for.
that don't
That's
mean-
not a
I don't even
whooping.
go
That's a
talk to your daddy
conversation.
about
That's a
that.
conversation.
That's what I'm
Especially
saying.
if
Those
it's
are
that first
things.
time. That's a conversation. But then sometimes kids
If your
might be
daughter's
act-
grabbing dicks, that's a whooping.
Oh, nigga, I'm
double
punching-
standard. We talked about this in
I
the
don't
car.
care.
You're
I'm
gonna
not doing
respect
this.
me slapping the shit out your daughter.
We're
She
not-
grabbed a dick. Hey, I beat your daughter up.
We're
She
not.
grabbed someone's dick. You're gonna be like, thank
But
you.
my
I
but
appreciate
sometimes
that.
kids act up, but they don't
what I'm
necessarily
saying.
like your new person in your
Okay,
life. They could
okay.
be seeking attention. They might feel like your attention might be all up on your
Well,
new.
I'm just talking about just regular kid stuff. I used to do spitballs when I was in
Bro,
middle school.
nobody is
No,
gonna trip
everybody
over
did
that.
that,
You
but I
can't-
never
You
got a
don't know.
whooping
My
for
child's gonna get a whooping for that.
Oh
I'm sorry.
no. I'm with AC on that one.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
what?
With the spitball thing, that's spitting on me.
I never got a whooping for that.
I never got a whooping for
That's
that.
spitting on.
I never got in trouble for it.
I would have got my
I
ass
trouble
whooped.
either.
Yeah,
I would've got
if
my
you get
ass
in
whooped, I
trouble,
would've
yeah,
got caught.
I'm not
That's
doing
okay,
that,
I
and I'm
understand.
not tolerating that.
But that
either.
still wouldn't be a conversation for me to have with your daddy.
Yeah, that
Nah, yes,
that,
no,
that's
no.
that's
That's
like
kid
But
prank
that's
shit.
okay.
Yeah,
But my
that's-
whole point of bringing that type of
if they're
stuff up.
disrespecting the parent, yeah, that's different. Spitballs is not disrespecting.
Yeah, that's
your
just
significant
regular
other.
kid
It's
shit.
not. But that's what I'm saying. But this is the thing. That mom is going to expect you as a man in the house to discipline that child.
Yeah, but-
you know what
But
I'm saying?
discipline don't gotta
need to
come
be-
with hitting
it
somebody.
don't have to
Discipline
come
come with a
with that.
conversation.
Eventually, it might.
It might.
well,
I'll be
Until
damned
then.
if I hit any little nigga. I don't give a fuck if I ask you 5 times to quit doing spitballs. I'm not hitting you for no kid
Nah,
shit.
First,
see,
well, let's get this.
I don't agree with that.
If
Okay,
I'm
that's
dating
fine.
you, if I'm dating you, I'm not the man of the house. Not
But if
yet.
you my wife,
But if you my wife, I'm the man of the house.
Yeah.
If we're
You saying-
dating,
okay.
and
I'm just your boyfriend.
and we
Let's say if y'all
24/7
not
living
together.
together.
I'm
If we
taking
live
you
together,
to
that's-
school,
I'm the
going
man
to
of the house
basketball
now.
But if you're not
games,
living
football
together-
games, track meets.
If somebody breaking
buying
this
you
bitch, nigga, I'm
Lunchables,
protecting
you
y'all.
asked
Yeah.
me to borrow my car,
Right.
all kinds of different
I run
shit.
it, yeah.
Bro, I done took off work to make sure you got to the doctor.
Oh yeah, I'm
all
disciplining
kinds
the
of
fuck
different
out
shit.
you.
I'm finna discipline
I'm
you.
disciplining the fuck out
However,
you.
I'm about to jack
however
you
I
up.
can get through to you. Like
Jack you up.
I might not strike you, but I'll yoke you up
That's
real
how I
quick.
am.
Like, hey, like,
I'm not a hitter.
Like,
I'm
fam.
Up and down.
That's the same.
Yeah,
That's,
I'm
to me, that's almost the
I'm
same
one of them
difference.
niggas.
You're gonna be strong as fuck. Up and down.
nah,
Go.
not really, cause like you
Jacking me up
Yeah,
and
Nah,
whooping
man,
me.
handling them put more fear in the hitting
Manhandling?
them,
that
bro.
right there, cause like they
That
feel
put
that
more
like
nigga.
it's
What the possibility is?
the possibility of
Especially
it.
got
Like,
their ass on the wall, like shut, bro, shut
Like,
the
what-
fuck
yeah.
up. They like,
bro,
oh,
I
shit.
give you a perfect
this
example.
nigga strong.
Yeah,
I give you a perfect
this
example.
nigga strong.
I'm 8 years old. My god brother, Tony, lives out in Baltimore.
Yeah.
He played football for Howard back in the 90s, early 90s. Tony about 6'4", good 265 then.
That's a big nigga.
So Matt, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm 8. He bring his homie around that he grew up with, who's a cop in Hampton. He's like, hey, Travis, shake Lindsay's hand, like, and I gave the weakest, what I thought was strong, but apparently it was, I didn't know what was up. So then, maybe like a few seconds later, however long it was, my god brother, he was like, hey, Trav, come with me real quick. We go in the house. Mind you, my god, his parents' house, this is the door. We like right here, so it's not a far walk. I'm thinking he finna go show me something or whatever like that. He pulls me around the door where nobody can see me. He got eye level with me. He said, if you ever shake a man's, and kept doing this to my chest. Kept doing that. He's like, if you ever shake a man's hand like that again, I'ma cave your chest in.
That's all he needed.
I was 8 years old.
Never did it again.
I'm 35 now.
Firm handshake.
My son is 3. What you think I'm showing him now?
Right. Proper handshake.
So now, if you ever roll up on my son, I'm like, Bronny, shake his hand. You gonna feel that 3.5-year-old grip.
Right. That 3.5-year-old grip.
I had that with my father-in-law was like that. But I think that's an old school thing. That's a sign. That's a respect thing. My grandpa was the same way. You shake his hand firm, a firm handshake, and you look him in his eyes.
So y'all know where that came from, right? So I learned it in business management, actually.
Yeah.
So it came from, I'm not gonna give you the exact date, but it's called, so this right here is called the waddle. So they let their waddles touch and they grip your hand firm because this is the hand that they carry their sword with, right? So when they did it firm, it was to show a sign of respect that you're not about to, because if you got a firm handshake on their hand, you cannot grab your sword. You get what I'm saying? So you grab their hand and give them a firm handshake to show respect to where, hey, because you got a weapon on you.
Right.
You know, hey, how you doing?
That makes sense.
And you give them a firm handshake. Well,
It's like a sense of security.
I learned that in business management. And I learned that, in
You
college.
want to hear something else?
Yeah.
Hyundai. The symbol Hyundai is 2 men shaking hands.
What?
It's 2 men shaking hands. That's where it came
The
from.
name
symbol.
Hyundai?
No,
The symbol.
the symbol.
It came from
I
2
ain't know
men
that.
shaking
Oh,
hands.
okay, yeah.
I learned that with it was a thing I was saying with symbolism.
You know where head came from? No.
Here we go.
I bet y'all know the origins of head.
Right.
I know, we need to know about that though.
So check this out.
Do
I got a.
Yeah, we do.
No, I don't.
Who the first chick?
Y'all can leave that in the history books.
Who the first chick?
Who the first person to give head? Who the OG head give?
OG.
Definitely.
Some god. in
Medusa.
A black woman.
Medusa.
Everybody
Definitely.
knows.
That's how I say Medusa in
Medusa
Egypt.
All right, so check this out. My girl had made a post and she said she was talking about should your significant other call anybody outside mamas or daddy. She said is that disrespectful? And in my opinion, I was listening to him while I read it. I was like, mamas. First of all, mamas doesn't hold the same weight as
Wait,
daddy.
what you mean? Like,
So can
what
you
you
say
saying?
mamas to?
if I'm talking to like Blue and I'm like mamas.
Yeah, can
But
you
like,
say?
hey, watch out, mama.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh,
excuse me,
okay.
Like that.
you know,
And then she be like, hey, daddy, can you get that for me, daddy?
I feel like it depends on where you're from too.
It's weird.
Sometimes it's a cultural
Daddy
thing.
is
Daddy
Like,
is weird.
I said that with Hispanics is
Not
like
just
that.
that too. Like people like in New York, they tend to say the son all the time.
But
and all that,
Arby says that all the time as well. You know, so that's another reason what made me think about it. And I'm
Well, I
like,
say ma'am
but
a lot.
But some
but
people
in
don't
my
like
opinion,
it though. Some people like it, some people don't.
yeah. But see, to her, she felt that was disrespectful. She's like, that's disrespectful. You don't say that to saying someone outside of us. And
Like,
I'm
but what's the
It's the
significance
content.
of it?
So you're
Yeah.
saying context, but she's like, it doesn't matter the context.
So
I
you
guess she
can't
looking
call
at it
your
as a
mama
pet
mama?
name or some shit. No, like a female.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
she
yeah,
looking
yeah,
at it as a
yeah.
pet
Oh,
name.
cause like you say, little mama, like that, right?
Like, hey, say, little mama, or whatever. Hey, mama, can you scoot over? Or somebody going
But I feel
through
like that's a
you know what I'm
cultural
saying?
thing.
They
Like,
say,
that's just
Yeah, I
like a
think it's
female
a-
walking through and
I
I
really
hold the door,
think
she
it's
say
a-
thank you.
But do
Act
black
like, oh, no
folks
problem,
do
mama.
black
Like,
folks
you
say
know,
really think
mamas
it's a
like
South
that all the
thing.
time? I know Hispanic folks.
I think
with
it's a
do.
mamas,
South thing.
but it's more like
It's a
different
South
words.
thing.
Like my brother
Where your
loves
girl
saying
from? You
sweetheart.
from there?
Some people say sweetheart. Some people hate it.
So sweetheart, how about yeah?
Did y'all-
yeah.
it was
I
y'all-
hate it. I don't like that term.
Can your
sweetheart, for some
boyfriend-
reason.
Mama,
But
like little mama, like calling the chick like little mama or
Or sweetheart.
Like, hey,
Sweetheart.
mama,
is-
go get that.
Something like that. I think that's a southern thing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it
Well,
was-
well,
it was
Blue-
more like
it is
a-
a
Blue,
southern
can
thing,
your
but-
man
In
call
West Coast, they
another
say
another
bitch.
woman sweetheart?
I wouldn't mind because I'm not.
I
really
don't have it
into
in my
nicknames like
vocabulary.
that,
But if he
so-
talk, if she talk like that, and he talk like that, I don't
So
think
they
anything
have to
about it.
talk like that on the regular. They,
Yeah.
they can't they
It's
can't just
their
say something like that.
vocabulary.
They can't
Yeah, if I
say
just
something
walk
like
up
that.
to a female and be like, "Ooh, little mama," and I never say that
that,
shit,
yeah, that's
then it
different.
looks
That's
weird. It's like,
different.
nigga, where you coming up with
Yeah.
this extra ass jargon and vocabulary
Right,
from?
yeah.
I'm not
But
into
if I
all that
say that on a
nicknames, though. I don't
regular,
like nicknames like
you know
that.
what I'm saying? Like when she came in, when she said, "What's up?" I said, "What's up, mama?" Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean it to say I call everybody king and queen.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I don't mean I'm bowing to you.
But that's
especially
your
if you
that's
black.
that's
You
your
get what I'm saying?
vocabulary. That's
Yeah,
your
it's just
Yeah.
about vocabulary. So
Like,
if that's-
ma'am. No
if
matter
that's in
how
the
old
vocabulary-
a woman
me
is,
too.
I usually
yes,
say
sir,
ma'am.
No, ma'am. Yeah. That's
Excuse me,
just
ma'am. I mean, at the club or bar, excuse me, ma'am.
I just started saying ma'am because of my girl. I never was. I like growing up. I wouldn't say allow. We weren't allowed to say it to my great grandma, but
Ma'am.
or sir. I just started saying that shit within the past 5 years. Like literally,
Your grandpa? You say your grandpa?
my great
Was
grandma.
it-
I was
was
raised
he
by my great
military?
grandma. Fuck no, but she
My
was
grandpa was
raised
military.
like
it was like
she was-
yes sir, no ma'am,
Oh
no
no,
sir.
my great grandma was, and the crazy part is her husband, my great grandfather, was sergeant in the military. So with him, but he didn't require that. But my
Oh,
great
okay,
grandmother
yeah.
was so we'll put it in perspective. She was born in 1915,
Yeah.
right? Her mama born in 1800s. So the woman that's raising me is 84 years old. When she was growing up, having to babysit and having to watch other people's kids, not get a real job, she was forced to say ma'am,
Right.
and yes ma'am. And if she didn't, shit happened.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So us growing up,
That
my
time
great-grandma-
period was
that time
different.
period. So
Right,
it just
right,
kind of
right.
so growing up. Let's say you came in like, "Hi, ma'am." She'll let you, and then it seemed weird because this lady 80.
Right.
And she'll be like, "Don't say ma'am." And then when you kept doing this shit, get on your ass like, "Quit saying ma'am." You get what I'm saying? So me growing up, didn't have to do it. Now my girl, her family comes from that type of background to where that's respectful. So sometimes her mom would be like, "Hey, do you want this?" Yes. I'm like, "Yes, ma'am."
Right.
Yes, ma'am. But I try to, you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm just now
But it's your
getting,
upbringing. It's your
yeah.
upbringing.
So
Yeah.
exactly, I'm just now also getting into
So-
that.
so-
Now, the shoes under the foot. Would you mind your girl?
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Now, daddy is a different. to me,
No,
like I
that's what I'm
said,
saying. We just
daddy-
saying that is different.
It holds a different weight than mamas. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's weird calling your significant other daddy.
How so?
No, I've never seen really younger our generation people calling
Shit,
daddy.
my wife called me that.
But
How does that make you feel?
When
Does it make you
so-
feel empowered?
So no, it doesn't make me feel. Nah, she'll make me. Nah, just
he just smiled. He be like,
nah, just the essence of me make me feel like that.
but she been have she been doing that like since y'all?
Yeah.
That was it's
That's
a common thing.
just that. Like when we got
And also, I feel
when we
like
got
have
married,
kids,
that's
it's real
when she
different,
started
too.
calling me that.
When you have kids, it's different.
Oh, they
Daddy.
got kids.
That's what I'm saying. It's different. 'Cause they
My
have
wife
kids.
don't call me daddy.
My girl, my girl called me babe
Yeah.
for the most part. So it's exactly. So
Or
if I
nigga.
heard her call
Yeah, that-
another nigga babe, that'd be weird.
Or
Because
nigga.
You get what I'm saying?
She call me babe or nigga. One of the.
Yeah, that too.
Babe
or
or
dude.
nigga?
My girl be like, dude. Like, let me do. Dude,
Oh, bruh.
what the
Nah,
fuck?
my wife only do that when
Your wife
she
call
know
you
I'm
nigga?
mad.
She be like, dude.
You say your wife called you
Dude,
nigga?
what the
Sometimes.
fuck?
Does she really?
When she get mad, you wouldn't even think that, right,
She call you what, nigga?
nigga? Like if I,
nigga.
Is that a
but I be
turn-on?
antagonizing. And
Is that a
shit, like
turn-on?
that. Huh?
Oh, when she mad.
Yeah, when she
Oh, I think
like
you
if
meant
I'm
like as a
doing something, she
turn-on.
be like, "All right, nigga."
Yeah.
I ain't gonna. I think.
I can see your
But she
boo.
know that I'm
I
a
can see your
respond.
wife doing that.
When you
I
say
love
like
this
turn
shit.
on shit, I think that us, like especially people that grew up the way we grew up, and I'm not just like just saying whether you were poor, just in that environment, because I know people that lived in my projects that shit they wasn't poor, they just lived in a project,
Right.
right? So I don't mean poor, I just mean in that environment. I think that certain beauty in a woman, you tend to love. Like I love a woman that got a
little
vulgar
aggressive.
ass mouth. Oh, I love it. I love a woman that just talk. Shut the fuck up. You little foul.
Everybody got
bitch.
different
You
kinks.
like
so-
chaos.
You
You operate in chaos.
He does.
But of course,
But just
I'm
her,
talking about,
though.
like she just like she uses her. She's not afraid to use her words. Not that she's disrespectful.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
she's not disrespectful. She's just not. You know, the women. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, or she's not afraid to say what's on her mind. She'll sit right there in Walmart parking or in McDonald's parking lot until you give her a like hell not like she's not
Yeah.
afraid. She ain't embarrassed. But that's the upbringing. It's like I'm used
Yeah.
to seeing this bitch. Oh yeah, she don't give a fuck. She
And
wasn't
then
gonna
see,
go
so for you, that would be you wouldn't blink on that. If she's talking like that, you wouldn't blink
Yeah,
on
nah.
that. But let's say if
My-
y'all around some other people, they
She
would
do that.
think
Raw.
that's toxic.
Yeah,
That's-
that's she
yeah.
toxic. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And me, I know. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's not toxic.
Because
at all.
you
Shit
know
toxic.
her.
So is toxic one of those things of like beauty in the eye of the beholder? So
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's
it's
toxic
definitely like that.
depending
That's
on
exactly
what you
what it
feel.
is.
Sometimes motherfuckers
So toxic's
just-
not
it's
universal.
toxic though.
Toxic
Some
is not-
motherfuckers
No,
just-
no. Toxic's not
Some
universal at all.
It cannot be
So I think
universal.
certain things that's classified as toxic.
Busting
I mean,
windows
everybody
out,
can
cars
agree
and
on,
shit,
but
that's different.
Yeah.
it's the
That's
other
another
little
level of
small
toxic.
nuances about
That's
it. that-
another level.
I
We
don't
ain't
know.
gonna-
I mean, what if a person what if he likes that? What if he likes to get
That's
his
what I'm saying.
car?
That's why it's not universal.
Right.
Right.
That's
That's
what I was
why
just
it's not
saying.
universal.
That's why I
Like-
said he can deal with that because he knows
That's
knows
what he
her.
likes.
On the outside, if they at dinner with two other couples and she's being her,
Right.
everybody
I'm not
else
gonna
might be
"Babe,
like
quit talking like that.
like they might text each other like, man, this is an abusive relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Me personally, if I ever feel like
get that
my
all the
girl
time.
is talking raw
Yeah,
and
yeah.
somebody
They
don't
probably
like
do.
it, I'm gonna indulge in it too. Like we both gonna look stupid in this bitch. Oh,
Yeah.
y'all don't like the way she talking?
No,
Where the
yeah.
motherfucking drinks at, nigga? Let's get chocolate wasted in this bitch. Like
We in
bitch,
here.
about to talk to this bitch like that together. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's sophisticated ignorance. It has nothing to do with like it may look chaotic to you, but nigga, we playing with a house of cards and we got that shit perfectly stacked
Right.
Yeah.
in the tornado.
And
that
see-
hoe standing
and
up.
see,
So shut the
growing
fuck
up,
like you get what I'm
Like
saying?
you saying,
Yeah.
growing up, me and my wife grew up totally different.
Right.
So if y'all see us out and I'm acting like me and she acting like her, y'all would probably be like, what the fuck do she see in this nigga?
Bro, my girl too. My
Because
girl
we
not
totally,
nigga.
she's like, she probably,
I think I saw that at South by Southwest. I think I saw a little
Yeah,
bit how
she's
total
totally-
opposite
Yeah.
you were.
Totally opposite.
When I'm
So-
just like, you need to make sure your wife is this and this and this. She's just like, I'm fine.
yeah.
I seen
like,
that
nah,
when
make
y'all
sure-
was bringing the kids. Like,
Yeah.
I would. That's when I really started noticing it. Like
She's
that.
totally opposite. But you
Completely.
would never think that she took kickboxing.
Yeah. I think that
So
I'm
you know what I'm
just
saying?
more-
It's she grew up
Layers is layers.
definitely
Yeah, yeah.
totally different. Now her sister is how I was, how I am. Her sister is on there. She's, you know what I'm saying.
She's
But
inside.
like I say, my wife, if I'm acting, I'm outgoing. I'm not an introvert. My wife is more of an introvert.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. But at the same time, that helps because she can reel me in. If I'm getting too crazy, she like, you know, I
But
look at her,
I
she
nigga.
like,
She go like, "I nigga."
yeah,
but
she'll say
let me
that.
tell you,
She'll definitely
it's
say
a,
that.
it's a gift and a curse because my girl, she's not an introvert, but she is an introvert. She's an introvert when it comes to me, and then you know I'm taking pictures with people and doing all that.
Right.
When you say know how to reel it in, at times she has to reel me in
Mm-hmm.
because I will be
Would that be extra?
not extra,
Like
Too
consume.
friendly.
not too friendly. It would occupy a lot of my fucking time.
Mm.
I'm the type
Yeah,
to
yeah,
stay
yeah.
outside the club, and if it's 500 people, I'm taking a picture with all 500 people.
Yeah.
Right? Her, she on nigga. We need to get to the house.
Or I'll talk
Right.
whole conversation.
I would have a whole conversation.
Yeah.
If you and I won't give a fuck about what you talking about.
He the opposite.
I won't care what you talking about. But
He's
I
the
will
person that will
listen.
us in.
Travis is
He will
gone.
us in anywhere.
Yeah,
What?
Travis
man.
like,
In the bed,
Travis like,
we
we
live, he
done?
will listen.
Last picture? All right, I'm going.
No,
I'm out
listen.
this
My girl gives me before we go anywhere.
He
My
gone.
girl gives me fucking ultimatums before we go anywhere. Grocery store, corner store, gas station, mall. Before we walk anywhere, she gives me an ultimatum in the car like a child. First, she tell this nigga, "All right, do not be in here running around such. You. We're not going in here. We're not taking pictures with nobody. We're not doing that. We're not rapping for nobody. Ain't nobody. We going in here to buy clothes and,
And
we
out.
coming
Go
out.
in and out.
It never happens that way because we'll see somebody,
Right,
hey,
right, right.
Lil Harvey Lambo, what up? And me. And guess what her ass do? Walk into the car. And they notice this shit. They notice, like, damn, your girl don't give a fuck right. She don't. She don't.
Does that happen to you?
She'll
when
pull
y'all-
up. Look, she'll pull
have to
up. We
reel it
gotta
in?
go.
No.
Nah,
But
yeah,
what
definitely.
I'm saying is she helps. That's good.
That's a
because
balance, though.
I
That's
a
will
good
be there
balance.
all day.
That's a good balance.
I don't know how to walk the fuck
Yo,
out.
concept, yo, when you're in your environment, it's a time lapse.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure with Travis, when he's doing his training and all that, it's
Right,
a
it's a
time
time
lapse.
lapse.
Because you consumed into that. That's your craft.
Exactly.
So like podcasting, like sometimes my wife, Travis is good at this, like saying, because I would say he's the best with the time with us. But like if I'm doing an interview with somebody one-on-one, like the interview can keep going because I'm in my environment.
Yeah.
So
Hold,
it's
let me
kinda
put this
different.
out. Okay, if I gave my girl said he's portraying an image of me, that's not me for your information. But I only talk like that when I'm enraged. No, my girl is not. That's what I'm saying. We totally different. My girl, she is not talking like that at all. I'm saying I don't mind it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
she put in a perspective, babe. My girl does not. That's what I'm stealing out stores.
But
with
that
a
was your
pocket full of
example.
money.
You had-
Yeah,
that was
was
your
an
example.
example.
Yeah.
I'm
We got
stealing
it.
out pocket full of money.
We got the
Oh, we
example.
knew what you were talking
We
about.
got the example.
we-
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
So
got it.
we know what it is, babe. She don't talk like that.
I want to ask
She
y'all a
leaving that
question.
shit
I
alone.
want to ask y'all, and this is we all in a relationship. Do y'all have nicknames for y'all spouse?
No.
A nickname?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
or a name you call
like,
them. You know,
Yeah,
like
Wh-
babe. or
what
something
is
like that?
okay? What's yours?
I got a few of them.
Okay.
Your top three.
Name one.
Your top three. Good.
I mean, no, I never call her by. I only her by a name when I'm pissed.
Exactly. I only know about
Definitely.
that.
Or what's
Definitely.
one of the names you call her though?
I call her Boo.
Something other than that. Something other than Babe and Boo.
That you want
Something
normally.
you made up for her.
Oh, Yella.
Yella. Okay. What about you, D?
Motherfucker.
Cause I be so my initial what I always call it is beauty. I always
Okay.
even when I text her, it's always beauty or beautiful. I used to always sing the song Cisco.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Hill
Hill.
or Cisco?
It's Drew Hill.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was.
Lord.
Oh,
I used
see,
to
I was
always
thinking
sing.
about
You
Beautiful
did?
You Are.
I used to always sing
Mark
that.
How'd it go?
He don't know
I
nothing
can't
about
sing
that.
like that no
He
more.
don't know
That was back in the day when
Back
I
in
Well,
the
wasn't
just
day.
talk the words.
when I
Come
wasn't
on.
drinking.
Just talk the
You
song.
said
Beauty is her name.
What about?
Oh
what
yeah.
about you?
Oh yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
nah,
My
that's
girl,
a good track.
I call her,
That's a good track.
and you know the funny part is she was just sitting there saying, we need to give me a new nickname. I don't like that. But her whole life. So I call her either Big Prater or D Prater.
Okay.
D Prater or
I
Big
want to
Prater.
ask this:
That's
if you
what I
don't
call her.
have a nickname for your significant other, does that say anything about y'all's relationship?
No,
Nah.
because that's your
No.
relationship.
Like I don't have one for my
It's just like the
for the guy
toxicity
I'm talking to, but
Yeah.
he calls me Maisie. But I don't have one for him.
I don't have one either.
The reason I don't
No.
I
have
don't
one.
think women usually have one for dudes. Dudes
What?
usually have that for girls.
No, mine do.
When
Nah,
you-
my
when
But I
wife
feel like
definitely
it's
got
your
one.
name too.
Okay.
Depends
My
on your
wife definitely
name.
got
Okay.
one for me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't
Star.
think my wife got one.
That's
Yeah,
a,
no,
that's
I
a
girls just call
nickname
me
in
babe.
itself.
Yeah, babe.
In a sense,
In
right?
a sense,
Mhm,
like it depends on the person's
Or
name. If their
husband.
name is kind of weird,
My wife
it's
calls
like,
me
I don't know,
husband.
what can I call you?
No, my
She
girl
calls
just
you
call me
husband?
babe.
Yeah.
I mean, at
What
times
is
she'll
y'all-
say
what is y'all-
ops.
yeah, what
but-
is y'all-
Like
nickname?
if I'm upstairs or if I'm in the office and she's upstairs, she'll say husband.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
What?
Babe.
What do they call y'all? What is yours? Yours is just babe.
Yeah, just gonna be
Yeah.
babe.
Yours is
just-
husband.
yeah,
Well,
What's
nigga.
you?
Eh.
like babe,
not put
D,
that out
like just whatever.
Yeah, she
pops
don't
in
call
her
me by my
mind.
name,
Yeah,
though.
she don't
I
call
used
me
to
by
call
my
somebody
name.
Panda, but
Yeah,
when I used to talk
The
to
only
somebody,
time I care
Batista.
is
I
when
called
she
him
be
Panda.
calling me by my
because he
name,
was black,
or she'll
and,
call me by
like,
my
oh,
middle
but
name.
Asian, and then Panda Bell.
That's
black
even
and
really
white,
dope.
and they from China.
Yeah.
Like,
They don't
oh
call him
shit!
Panda.
But yeah, my girl never called me by my
Panda.
name. She is usually baby, and if she does, we already know it's an issue.
Yeah.
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 That's I think that's
Aubrey, and then the next thing that I say is, "Was everything good?"
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? All she has to
Oh,
say is
shit,
my
I-
name, and then
I
it's
did
like,
some.
"We good?"
I washed the dishes. I did.
I feel like
Yeah,
most
yeah,
people,
like,
I feel like because my name is
Yeah,
so
you really
unique,
get to plan
most people
back,
just
like,
want
your
to
Yeah,
day.
you
know
gotta
my
go
name.
back
Like-
today. Like, watch
Was
you
I
just
supposed
call
to
me
do
by my
something?
name.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Yeah, look at your phone. Like anybody
So
posting
nicknames,
bullshit.
nicknames
What
and
the
pet
fuck?
names aren't mandatory in a relationship.
Nah, because it's
Nah,
just
I
like the
don't think
toxicity conversation.
Yeah.
It all depends
What
on
it all
Yeah.
it's up.
Each
it's
his
up
own.
to y'all, yeah.
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 Most
'Cause-
people just my name is so unique. My real name. Most
I
people
told you,
just like calling
obs.
it.
She say obs, but it'll be
just like
babe.
calling
Yeah, that's
it.
my girl. But it'll be obs.
What's mandatory in a relationship? Is kissing before you leave mandatory? Is saying I love you every time?
Hell yeah.
Every
Or
time you
yeah.
get off the
Showing
phone, is
a-
that mandatory?
Showing some
Yeah.
type of affection.
I better do something
Yeah.
before I leave. If I don't, nigga, she.
Even
Before I
if
get in the
it's a-
car, it's a text message, a call, everything good. What the fuck you just left out?
But it's
No,
so
you got an attitude. Like I did.
giving a kiss and hug before we leave the house has become, especially with me, being the one doing it, having to do it. It becomes like it's become so much of a norm in my relationship that my household does it now. Like if I
Right.
like before I leave the house, like if I'm going to practice, if I'm the one leaving the house and they back at the house, and I can kiss my son goodnight, whatever.
Yep.
I can kiss my wife, like, hey, I'll see you when I get back. I'll call you on the way home, whatever. But if I don't let my oldest know, she pissed.
Issue.
Like literally, like I got to stop myself in my tracks as I was leaving out the door. Because I did that same scenario tonight. Open the door. So,
Yeah.
As soon as I turned around, she was
Right there by the door.
in the head poked out of her room in the hallway. Daddy, where you going?
No, my daughter's
Like-
different. My daughter's like, where you going? I'm like, yeah, podcast. You don't do podcasts on Wednesdays?
Oh, she know your schedule.
Same thing. Like, where are you going?
I'm like, yeah, I'm on somebody else's podcast.
I gotta
okay.
do. I gotta
Your
do
son
that.
is opposite. Why your
Same
son don't
thing.
care?
my
And I
son
love
don't
it.
fuck.
Oh yeah,
What about
my
the-
oldest son don't give a fuck.
My wife is at home. He
What about the
good.
1-year-old?
Ari?
Ari.
Ari's probably damaging some shit. Huh?
Well,
no,
Ari,
he
that's my dude right there.
Ari,
man.
he knows
man,
he
yeah.
All right, my God.
You know when you're doing something, kids notice a pattern. Cause I remember when I used to work graveyard shift, I was leaving at the same time every day. Then my kids start saying, "All right, Daddy, bye bye, see you tomorrow." So I'm like, I need to change this shit. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause then I'm working overnight. They
Yeah.
going to sleep without me, and they waking up, and I'm coming home, or I don't get home in time to see them for school, and then I don't see them for. It's like I don't see them for almost 2 days because I'm working graveyard shift. I come home and they leaving, and it ain't no time to hug and spend some time with them and stuff like that. Even with my wife, it was just different, so I had to leave that. But like even today, me and my wife was arguing. It was over some petty shit. It was me. I was being petty.
Speak on it.
I was being petty.
Come on. We don't
She was
shy
like,
away from it. Come on. Speak
Damn
on it.
HOA. You ain't paid the HOA yet? I said, nah. She was like, well, Friday you need to pay. I was like, you pay it. You're off. So when I left, she was like, I hope you got a better attitude on this podcast. I said, hell no, I'm talking about your ass all the goddamn time. But I still, when I left, I was like, all right, y'all, I'm gone, y'all. I love y'all. And everybody was like, I love you. And then Ari, he was like, bye-bye. He said, okay, bye-bye. See you later.
My oldest son, he used to be my youngest son. Like as far as how he acts, just want to be around daddy. Then he
And puberty hit.
puberty hit, Xbox, Oculus.
How old is your oldest?
13 now.
13.
And he got his own agenda. Editing fucking shit, like
Yeah,
editing
yeah,
and
yeah.
doing. So he on that, making beats. He be in the studio now making beats. My youngest, he's like that. He is. I gotta stand at the door, like when I leave, like I'm literally on the other side of the door, like almost balling up myself because he on the other side of the door, crying and beating it. You get what I'm? He that. So I gotta make sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same way as Travis. Like I make sure that I love on them before I leave.
Right.
But the youngest, he the only one, and my girl, of course, only one that give a fuck about me leaving. Prince, he don't give a fuck. He in there on that goddamn Xbox. He talking. Don't let me say anything to him.
All right,
Like,
Pop.
yeah, I swear to God, yo, I'm going to the left. I'm about to leave. Come on, come on. Yeah, no, here at the most here. You stopping at the store?
Bring back
Yeah,
soda.
why? Him make complete sentence. Fuck that. Hot Cheetos.
With a soda.
In
Let me
there.
tell you how much of a punk I am, though. My girl tell me this, like, you are a punk. Tell me how much of a punk I am. You want those ones or the flaming hot ones? Like, I'm a punk. Whichever ones you grab. I'm a punk. Look, earlier my son, that's like earlier my son gonna say, now again, I guess it's because she a girl. So we don't allow my son to be a rough, like they don't be rough with them.
Yeah.
But I allow him to be rough with me, you know. We, you know, my bad dad. Oh, like especially my youngest, he a boy. But this nigga gonna say, Daddy, give me a water. I got my ass up and I went. Now, listen, I get the water.
Well, I'm telling
the
you, your
whole
kids
time
will
I'm
punk
walking
you.
back from the kitchen back into the living room, right? This woman looking at me like this. I had nothing to say. Listen, I give my son the water. I hand him the water. I look at her. I say, you know I'm a punk.
Hey,
So you don't got no daughter.
I'm like that.
I
I'm
got
like
no
that.
daughter.
I'm like that with my oldest.
I ain't got no daughter.
I'm
If
like
you
that
had
with my
daughters,
oldest.
are you a
I
man?
got
You
girls.
had
So
Yeah,
how
bro,
is
you
it
got a
with all
daughter?
girls?
I mean,
I can
Man.
imagine because I
Come-
love these little niggas so
Tell
much.
you,
Not to
bro.
talk to my body. I love them so much, so I can only imagine if I had a daughter, how she gonna treat me. Because I treat
You
these
got
niggas.
don't
I
you
think-
got a daughter?
Yeah, all
Yeah,
girls.
I
He
got
got
girls.
all
shit.
All girls. How
But
many? Four?
I think it's
right?
I have 2 girls.
Two girls.
And 12 and 8.
Oh.
And it's like that. It's like that with both of them. You know what I'm saying? But really with my
That's the
oldest,
best.
I think it's something about your oldest. I guess because that's your first experience.
right.
So it's something about your oldest that They do. They get what they get with that, man. They get whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? So,
Man, both of them get with it. I'm not gonna lie. I think it goes back to that.
no, I think I'm biased.
We didn't
Definitely
have,
Sophie Otis.
Yeah.
but then it's like I don't put an amount of love on how much I love my sons. Like, bro, when I tell you both of my sons, when I get home, they one laying on my lap like this and the other like this when we watch the TV. You get what I'm like? When I tell you, it's no amount of love when I get home. Probably I just lay in the bed with one of them, and you know, while they doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no amount of love. So it's just like that connection that we have.
I do that. I do that.
I got a question
You know
for
what I'm
y'all.
saying?
I got a question for y'all as fathers. What was a mistake that you made with your child that you will never forget and you will never do again?
Well, dang, I got twins, so let me see.
You got twins?
Yeah,
Damn,
boy
I
and
didn't know
girl.
you
I got
had
boy and
twins.
girl.
They look exactly alike.
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, man. I know
My son
I got
looks-
one
my
that I'm
son
never
looks
gonna
like
forget.
like a baby picture of me and a baby picture of my son. You wouldn't be able to tell who was who.
But go ahead. What about that? What was the mistake?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
what's one for y'all that y'all
I don't
never
think,
forget?
I don't think I got one.
That-
I'm
that
pretty
one?
straightforward with my kids.
No, I'm saying, but something a mistake that you made, you know what I'm saying, as a parent, 'cause you're new. You're new, you know what I'm saying? For me, it was because I was a new parent. Something as a parent, you're new, a mistake that
Give
you
me an
made.
example.
So I'm gonna give you mine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you mine. So I remember, I said, this is my oldest. This is when she was young. You know, she was young, maybe 5, 6 years old. And it was just me and her at the house. You know what I mean? We had dogs and shit. It was just me and her. Her mom's was out of town or something. And she was asleep. And I remember I wanted some weed. You know what I'm saying? She sleep. So I'm thinking in my head, she sleep. So I'm going to go run real quick down the street, come back. It's all good. Man, I run down the street, come back. She's in my room, curled up with the dogs. Oh, my goodness. I felt horrible. Because I know she got up looking for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't know where I was at. And that's something I'll never do again. You know what I'm saying? Something I'll never do again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That
ain't
hurt
did
me
nothing
so
like
bad.
that.
Like she was curled up with the dogs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's
those
that's
are
something I
new
learned.
parent. Those are new parent.
That's a definitely
And it was a new parent.
Because a
move.
seasoned parent know
Yes.
when to leave their goddamn kids. I know how sleep my son be to where I can leave. Like, okay, let me see.
You be
Oh, yeah,
like,
that's deep sleep. Yeah, I got about 30 minutes. Oh, yeah, I got about 30
which
minutes.
snore is this? This is
Yeah.
level 3.
Oh, yeah,
He
that's
got
a
it.
full snoring. Oh,
he
yeah,
got
I can go to I
Pacified and fell out. Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I definitely. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think.
So that's an example.
Oh dang.
Really got y'all thinking, huh?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if I.
Let me tell you my story. Oh, wait, I don't have kids. I'm sorry. I can't get into this conversation.
Dang.
Not yet.
I don't think I got one. I don't think I got one. It was. I guess it was kind of different because it was both of us there. So.
I don't know what I regret.
I mean, it could have been something, but like, you know, it could have been something you learned, even yelling at your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Maybe cussing
I
at
think
her. You know.
Nah, I don't cuss. I think only thing.
You don't cuss at your kids?
Nah.
I mean, hey.
But my mom didn't.
I was
cuss. My
actually
mom
about
didn't
to
cuss
say
at
that.
me.
But that's the difference when you have girls. When you have girls,
I was about to say that if I had any regret, it will be certain things on how I was raised.
Your expression?
I put that on my children as well.
Yeah.
Now, I was raised with like my uncle and my grandma. Like I was raised with so much love, even in the projects, so much love. But at the same time, I was raised. They tell me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, boy, you talking too fucking much. Shut your ass up. But at the same time, I ain't never missed a meal, never missed a Christmas.
Yeah.
Right.
I got everything. So I would say if there was anything that I would regret, it probably would be exposing my son to vulgar language at a young age. At a like he don't cuss now, but at a young age, I had my son. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Young parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell a nigga to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like, do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That type
Yeah,
of shit
yeah,
in the
yeah.
projects. Like, I thought that shit was live until he cussed out my grandma.
Oh shit.
Not grandma.
That shit almost had a fucking heart attack. You know what I'm saying? When you think about
Yeah.
regrets, it's like, fuck. You're right. Like that. So just exposing them to certain things as a child, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm out there where they shooting dice and selling dope and drinking and it's like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Music and shit going on and this kid's out there.
Normal.
It's
It's
normal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then when I have a kid, even though we're not in that same environment no more, so why talk like you in that environment?
Dang, man, that's
But then I bring him to this environment where he being raised
That's
so
a good
different.
That is.
that's a good ass question.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Like if my son running around the house, my son. I always say Prince was raised was born in the projects. Act like he from the suburbs. Cool, raised straight in the suburbs. Act like he straight out the projects.
You got T.I.'s kids.
Nigga. So I would say that
Exactly.
like if they running around, if they in the room, Puku and Prince room, they in the room making too much noise. It won't be, hey, you guys, be quiet. It'll be, bro, y'all shut the fuck up in there. Y'all loud as fuck.
Yeah.
God damn. Now, luckily, that's why I say regret, because we living in the real world. My sons, they don't even touch them. Like, did you get what I'm saying? That's regular language to them. Like,
Yeah.
that don't even, to whereas of, I probably said it to his daughter, or his daughter hear language like that, or your daughter hear language like that, she probably fouled the fuck
Totally
out.
different.
Like,
Totally different.
oh, I just said fuck.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
Dang,
I guess
yeah.
that would be a regret as of, having I wish they still had virgin ears, but shit, nigga, we live in 2023 and motherfuckers is blowing up schools and shit. So it's just like language is the last thing.
Yeah, that
But at the same time, if it was something that I have to
Yeah.
take back, it probably
Yeah.
would be that.
I mean, because it's different. 'Cause you're the parent.
Bringing things from
Yeah.
my childhood.
into.
Just like how you say jack them up. I never, nigga, when I get whooped, nigga, like by my uncle, I'm not just getting whooped, nigga, I'm getting handled. Like, bro, what the
Yeah.
fuck is you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's that with my sons, like, they not getting a whooping. Hell no, they getting like, nigga, what
Man,
the fuck?
yeah.
Nigga, you didn't hear your mama tell you that?
Right,
Like,
right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Like,
It's
handle,
different.
like,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? Not just swung on the floor, but like, nigga, like you, like, what the fuck is this thing?
Like a restraint.
Yeah, so it's like certain shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
you-
That's a
do y'all have one though? Do y'all
I
thought
don't
of
think I
one
got
yet?
one. I don't think I got one off top. Damn, that's a good question though.
I think maybe like for me. So I don't know. I don't know how I really. With my
you put your child in figure four and was like,
Nah,
okay, I ain't
with
gonna,
my
do, I ain't gonna do that
daughter-
no more.
No, but
His daughter
his
get
knows how to
in,
do
man.
moves too.
I know,
His
that's
daughter
what
be
I'm saying.
no, his daughter be pinning him
that was
down.
your daughter that you was training, right? I think I seen you on a video where you was wrapping up some hands on the. I think it was a little girl, or was it a little boy? I just seen the hands.
No, it was a little. I know he
What,
got a
from-
video
he
where
was
he
in-
wrestling
he was
with
in
his
the
daughter.
Tuesday? What's from Tuesday?
Yeah, I think it was this week.
Oh, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it was a little boy. Little boy I
okay.
trained.
Okay, yeah. I seen you in the garage wrapping up the hands and shit.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of just. I don't really put on my personal page like that unless it's like a I put it like a story or something where that's involved in that. I want to drive traffic to that page and stuff. But like, yesterday I was like, man, I was feeling, you know what I'm saying, I was feeling good, feeling feeling a sense of sense of pride, and just being able to still God bless me with the activity of my limbs and things like that, and just giving me the mind to want to like pursue things that I want to pursue. I was like, man, let me share it with everybody, on my personal like situation. But with my kids,
Oh, so y'all just
I
perfect
haven't
daddies.
handled. I
Y'all
haven't
just
handled.
perfect daddies in this.
No,
one.
I was saying, it was like I haven't handled situations the best.
Okay, what do you mean?
Like, I have a bit of a short fuse. So,
Oh, especially with the son.
I
We met a
just
couple times.
Bronny
Bronny,
be on
man.
10 though.
You make anyone have a short fuse.
Yeah,
You
Bronny.
ain't met Bronny.
Bronny is different.
Bronny
nah.
had to.
I sometimes my response, I haven't always responded the right way. Cause like when I get to that point, I forget. Sometimes I forget like who these people are to me,
Right.
because I'm in my feelings now.
I can agree with that.
You feel what I'm saying?
you on
It's
that.
like, and then now I'm if I feel disrespected or my intelligence is being trifled with, like if you're insulting my intelligence,
Right.
like that does not as much anymore. But that's still those are two things that I can't tolerate. So when I feel like that, and it may not even been the intention of who did, of one of them doing it. It was just, it happened. I'm like, yo, like, and accompanied with a bad day,
Yeah.
and I have PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I think I got
It's
one.
it's just a lot. So
Just learning how to work on.
just like,
reaction
it's a
time
yeah,
and
it's
stuff,
it's a
too.
continual like, you know, on that part. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? I you know, go to therapy for things like that, and you know. Like my mental, I take my mental health like very serious. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for
So-
not leaving us alone out here, Gotti. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No, I got one. I think I got one. I think I do got one. So the only thing I can think of off top is telling my kids that I smoked,
Okay.
because now my daughter equated tattoos and smoking as the same. So she seen me with the tattoos, and then she was asking us questions in the car, and she was like, "Mama, have you smoked before?" And she was like, "No." "Daddy, have you smoked before?" I was like, "Yeah, I done before." So in her mind, she's like, "Okay, so people with tattoos smoke." So then she was with my mom, and she said, "Granny, do you smoke?" My mom was like, "Nah, I ain't never." My mama ain't never smoked before. She was like, "Nah, I ain't never smoked before." She was like, "But you got tattoos." She was like, "What that mean?" She was like, "Well, my daddy said he smoked before and he got tattoos." So it was the correlation of it.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, maybe it was too early to be.
You used to
She
sit
was
down and
like
have that
3
conversation.
or
Oh.
4, and now they 9. So they got a different outlook on things.
Yeah.
They're getting exposed to different things, interacting with kids and stuff. So other kids from other environments. So to some other kids, smoking might be normal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my mom smoked. What that mean? You know. But to my daughter, she was like, what? But
And that's what I mean by like the environments, like certain things that I'm proud of where I come from and that I expose my sons to, even if it was something that, not that I was ashamed of, or maybe I wasn't proud of at that time, like smoking weed around them or something like that. But then on the other hand, I'm proud that they get to experience, not that I'm like anything like that, but where we come from prepares them for reality.
yeah, it definitely does.
Not reality on being disrespected or anything, just for tonight we eat noodles. So when me and my son stayed in the projects and I'm on a blow up mattress and we don't got nothing to eat and he eating noodles, now we get us a nice place. He can eat some noodles. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like being in certain situations prepared.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's been times to where we didn't have it all, and my son say, "Oh, I'm hungry. Can we eat pizza?" And maybe I don't got no money to get pizza, and I say, "Hey, we gonna eat breakfast. We got eggs in there and toast." And I said, "We gonna eat eggs and toast tonight." And he not looking at it as, "Oh, we broke." He looking at it, shit. Okay,
Oh,
shit, we got something to
breakfast.
eat.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's already been through that, as opposed to someone that's never been through anything. And,
Right.
we're like eating filet mignon tonight, and they like,
Yeah.
they throw a fucking, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just not what they use. So on certain aspects, I am, like I said, bringing things that I went through as a child and how I was brought up, putting some of the things on my son. But then other certain things, I'm glad.
I think
know
we
what
all
I'm
do that subconsciously. We all do.
Yeah.
that.
Right.
I couldn't do I was raised differently, so my mom was in the streets. She sold dope, and I seen it
Right.
firsthand. You know, hey mama, what's that white stuff in those
Right.
bags? She said, "Don't you ever fucking touch that. Don't have to say that again. You don't have to tell me that again."
And that's what
So
I mean.
I'm with her though, like you say, you was with your uncles and they.
And
smoke
my
and
mama-
drink.
my mama
So I'm with my
sold
mom.
dope, too.
I'm with my
In my
mom.
face.
I'm with my mom. We at Jolly Time and Skinnies, and I'm in a stroller, and
So you
know
can
what I'm saying.
imagine
So
how it's like just like.
so
it's
now
not-
to me, if I was to see it, I'm like, you know what I'm saying. I was exposed to it early, so that I don't like other dudes now, and I don't get off on it like they do. Like it's not a like an
I was
adrenaline rush.
I was in, where was we at? We was shooting a video. I forgot where the fuck we was at. Somebody's house. I mean, actually, I just thought I'm not gonna put them on black.
Yeah.
Right.
Who house? Shooting a music video, and in my hood, niggas smoke crack, snort powder. That's what they did. And smoke weed. I done seen that my whole life. Like, I know exactly what crack look like. Like, I've been doing. I done seen my mama chop up crack. I done seen my uncles. I know exactly what crack look like. So we shooting a video, and one of the niggas that I'm doing a song with, right? Now we using somebody's house. One of the niggas, now peep this, and this is what I mean by used to certain things. One of the niggas I'm doing a song with, he around my age, he 30, something like that, 25,
Yeah.
30. A lady sit on the porch, she hit the crack pipe. I kept on doing my shit, like it wasn't shit. This nigga stopped me and said,
Yeah.
That part would be me.
now, do you see what I'm
That'd probably
saying?
be
Me,
me. That'd be
I
me.
was so regular, like, nigga, yeah, you smoke weed, don't you? And he's like, bro, it's crack. And I'm mad at this nigga for being all in their business. But I understand it's the circumstances. He ain't never seen no shit like that. Than me.
Yep.
I ain't gonna
I've
lie.
been seeing that shit since I was
I ain't never seen nobody.
damn for real.
No, I ain't never seen nobody shoot crack up. But
Me
I
either.
have seen
Nah, they
people.
wasn't shooting. They
No,
was
no, no.
smoking.
I mean, smoke. Like,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
was
like not shoot. That, I mean, that's what I meant.
Okay,
Smoking.
yeah,
I've seen
Me
somebody
either.
shoot.
I ain't
I
never
never
seen
seen
that.
that.
I've
So I
seen-
probably would have been
I
shot
don't
too.
think I've ever
I have
somebody
seen a
shoot
dude
there.
break out
I
an
seen that.
8-ball
It
of
was an
coke
old
and
dude.
like snorted it. I'm like, yo, what did you?
Yeah, I ain't never seen. I don't think I ever seen
Like, what
nobody
are you
shoot.
doing?
Dope.
Like,
I
I don't
feel
want
like
that
I
around
have
me.
vaguely, but I
Like,
don't think I ever seen nobody shoot.
I'm
no
little.
dope.
I don't know.
Oh, I done seen
Now
a
that I'm
million people
older,
snort dope
now that I'm
and
older, I
and
know what
smoke
he was
crack.
doing. But back then,
Yeah,
you not
yeah.
knowing. You just walking, y'all walking. You know, we in the sticks. We walking from the boys club, and you just see it, and you like, what the fuck is that nigga over there doing? Yeah, we don't know. Well, we just playing. You know. Now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, whoa, shit! Now this dude was on the. He was on the hard shit. You know.
First
what
time
I'm
I
saying?
seen crack. First time I seen crack, and this man is a great citizen. He owned a Walmart. Like this nigga's doing great in life. His business is basically Walmart. Everything Walmart got, he got the building, he got
Yeah.
everything. It's basically Walmart. I'm talking about my uncle. But the first time that I seen crack, uncle was slanging it. I remember I asked that nigga. I say, chopping that shit up in the kitchen in Dietrich Road. I say, what's that? Nigga think I'm stupid. This nigga gonna be like, yeah, shit, I just knocked out this nigga teeth. Those some big ass pieces of teeth.
A hippo?
But just saying, it's things that you're used to.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So when I'm already in my 30s and then I see somebody snorting dope,
You
know
was
what I'm saying?
desensitized already.
so and that's what I mean by my son. And I don't them nobody because I would keep them away from that. But I don't mind my sons eating sandwiches tonight. Like you get what I'm saying? I don't mind shit, nothing like them eating cereal. You get what I'm saying? Because they've been on that. I don't mind if we don't got these king size beds for them to sleep on. They know what a pallet feel like. Like they gonna sleep
Yeah.
with this pallet, they gonna be comfortable in the bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad on certain things that I was able to bring over from my childhood. You know what I'm saying? To now.
All right, well, let's recap on y'all show. We didn't even talk about the dates. Let's get
Oh.
to all that real quick, and then we'll dirt up out of here.
Oh, for
May
the-
13th, our live podcasting event is at Fierce Event Center off of Babcock.
Babcock.
May 13th, 6 to 9.
6 to 9.
6 to 9, come out. We wanted to kind of have it a little early, so at 9 o'clock you can go to the after party if you have any after parties. I think A and B.
Yeah, I think
performing
A&B easy
somewhere.
having.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
party or something
places
like
open after 9.
that. Yeah,
Or
that
you
was
can
the
go
whole
home,
plan. So y'all
whatever you wanna do.
it's not like, oh, this the end. Like, nah, you still
Nah.
got time to go and do.
Hypnotic,
stuff y'all wanna
the
do,
DJ
yeah.
will be in the mix, of course. You know, people always say, I know you DJ. Yes, I do, but I want to enjoy the event. That's why I don't DJ the event. So he's going to be in the mix. Of course, the egg roll guy going to be there cooking up the egg rolls and some other stuff as well. Of course, the female podcasters are going to be out there. If This Mic Could Talk is going to be there as a special guest. I think that's something new we kind of start. So each time we're going to try to have a special guest
Right.
podcast to kind of like, you know.
Cause I think he was our special guest for the first time.
Well, yeah, Epic Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
That's
gonna
when I think that's when I like physically met you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something we're trying to do, you know, something different. We have this girl named Lala. She's going to be singing. Your
Oh
cousin,
yeah, Shannon.
Shannon's going to be singing.
Sharon Siona.
Going to be singing as well.
Does. We was actually she had a video we did. She was actually had a family type thing, family vibe, like barbecue and stuff like that. She shot a video. We was all in. We got a chance to shoot that video before my mother-in-law passed and my grandma, which is her mom.
You rapping in it?
passed. Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just in
It's
there.
just a
We
cameo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's just a
yeah.
cameo.
Nah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a dope artist. She has a Leah type vibe to her, like the attire. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she's dope. Yeah, we
Make sure
had
y'all come
Alvin
out.
Perry, but we had to
But we had
switch
to
the
change the
date
date
so
because it's
we
South
ain't-
by
we ain't gonna
Southwest,
have
so-
him, so
But it's all good. Come out, $15 now, $20 at the door.
Yeah.
Get your tickets. You don't want to
What
miss
was the
it.
date
One more
again?
time. Yeah,
May
13th.
13th,
And then
6
the
to
spot-
9.
Where's the spot at? One more time.
Fierce Event Center, Babcock.
Fierce Event Center on
So
Babcock.
come out. You
yeah.
don't
On
wanna
our
miss it.
page, we got the flyer posted a whole bunch. So
Exactly,
and
come
then
out.
our podcast is every Tuesday at 8. Where You Ask Podcast on YouTube, Facebook,
Twitch.
Twitch.
Tune in.
All that. So
Yeah.
you don't want
And
to
then
miss
every
out.
now and then we go live. I go live on my TikTok or whatever.
You
We
go
trying to get
live
our
on our
TikTok up too.
Exactly.
So
That's where it's at,
that's
TikTok.
The
Follow
move
us.
right now. Yeah. Where You
And
Ask.
what's your
Podcast.
TikTok? Make
Where
sure
You
that-
Ask Podcast.
Where You Ask
Everything
Podcast.
Where You Ask.
Everything
Podcast.
Where You
Where
Ask
You Ask
Podcast.
Podcast.
Follow
That's
us.
the best.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Definitely.
Y'all social medias?
Where You Ask
every-
Podcast.
yeah.
And personal.
My personal is every live at 5.
And it's the number 5, correct?
Number
Or-
5.
Okay.
LIVEAT, the number 5 IVE. And then on TikTok it's just live
Isn't
at
that the
5
at
TX.
symbol? Well, no, you. Oh, it's not the at symbol on your.
No, it's just the AT on the thing.
Oh, my personal is at VA_TX6, and then my
Business.
my fitness page or the training page that I have where I train people is at h.i.r_combatives. And then, of course, at PBC_dynasty, at PBC Elite Protection. Yeah, all that.
They got a fire logo. That's the one with the lion, right?
Yeah.
That logo is fire.
In this house.
Mine is DJ_Baby Blue Diamond, U3 Radio, where you ask, house photography and design. Am I missing anything? I do a lot. I'm trying to name them all.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, Holations podcast, that sex podcast coming soon. If you ready to talk about that sex,
That podcast is funny.
It is, because we do
Which
something
one is it?
different.
Holations
We talking
podcast.
about more than just sex.
Holacious.
Yeah.
Holation.
Holation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we
like
talking about more than
Revelation,
just sex
Holation.
and relationships. Our podcast is the type that let's bring your ex on and figure out why it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Are you down for that? You not down to bring your ex-wife on there and figure out why it didn't work out?
Hell no.
Beating that hoe up soon as it's tight.
Because you always, because I always feel like there's two sides to the story. You have your side, and then she tells her side. But let's figure out what really happened.
Y'all gonna just know my side. That's how this
Come
goes.
on, come on. You
Yo,
scared? Get her. Come on.
You
Don't
can
be
catch
scared.
us, man. Radioactive Podcast on the YouTube, Radioactive Podcast on Facebook, Radioactive_podcast on the Instagram as well.
And y'all
TikTok.
can find us on our personal pages. His is Ace Boogie 1388 on Instagram, and mine is official Lambo Warren. You know what I'm talking about? Follow us.
Yeah.
Look, they playing that.
We know that's
See, look, y'all playing that.
That's your
Y'all do
outro.
that. That's your outro.
That's
See,
our-
we have an
we
intro,
got that
and y'all have
together.
an outro.
You know what I'm saying?
See,
And we-
look.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Radioactive Podcast.
No.
Peace.
Y'all were off. See, we have the intro, y'all have the outro.
We out. Peace.
Oh man.